Aren't you glad that your parents came to Ireland over the UK or US?
Do you know what? Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny. I saw a girl on TikTok actually say like, "Oh, I'm glad that her parents came to America over UK." And I was just like, "Bro,
What's the difference?
excuse me, y'all are using gun. UK is using knife.
Yeah.
Please don't even start."
There's still some extreme. Like, isn't it that kids are walking around with pew-pews?
Pew-pews. Like, you guys, what was it? There was a school shooting there, and the kid was really young. Like, it's like, honestly, at this point, they're just getting younger and younger.
Yeah, they are, yeah. Because they're seeing things younger, they're being taught younger, their parents have it as a means of protection. Some parents just have it anyways.
Yeah, what about the one that where the police had already come to this guy's house because he already threatened to like shoot up the school, and then obviously they warned the dad, and then in his mind he decides to go and buy him a gun instead.
Okay, like,
yeah, so obviously the kid obviously is in I don't know if he's in juvie, gonna go to jail after when he turns 18 or whatever it is, but the dad also got sent to prison too, because they're like,
that's good for him.
They're like, yeah, you're responsible for that too,
yeah,
because we had warned you too that your son is, showing signs of this, and you decide to go get him a gun instead.
Literally doing the opposite.
You are partly to
blame.
Doing.
Yeah, I am great. I'm thankful. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes, we complain, the motive ends too early.
Nah, but it's true. Motives end too early in Ireland. Oh my gosh, motives end too early.
Yeah, or back in the day when they would just get shut down.
Every 2 seconds. Like.
Yeah. But, I would take that, so I'm safe.
Yeah, you know what? There's bigger things to complain about. Like, I'd rather complain about, like, oh, shit, I have to go home early now.
Yeah.
Than, something happened while I was out.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
at least, like, the motors are getting shut down because, they were just getting shut down. But in other places, it would have to get shut down.
Yeah.
Because someone's shooting up the place. Someone's knifing someone. So I am thankful. Yeah. They did their big one. They really did their big one.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, obviously, I was born in the UK, so I could have had it.
In the UK.
Yeah. I could have been a UK girly.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where and how my life would have been. But I feel like everybody is who they are supposed to be from birth. Is that weird to say? Like, obviously, like,
I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now.
No, I think, like, obviously not like your full personality, but I feel like if you were supposed to be like a bad person, you would have been a bad person no matter where you are.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, so I wouldn't even have to worry about my older brother like getting into gangs or getting into trouble and all that stuff, because I feel like how he is was how he was always going to be, based off of like how my parents are, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, so like he was never gonna go run with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
Because so, like that could have easily happened here. Obviously, it's not as dramatic as the UK or US. Yeah. But that could have easily happened here, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
God has his timing and his placements exactly how it's supposed to be, how it should be. Imagine Jennifer was just. Imagine your accent. Imagine how your accent would be.
It's funny though.
From Peckna.
Lol.
Is that what you say?
Yeah. It's funny though, because I don't even see myself having like a proper Irish accent, which I don't, even though I grew up on the north side, so our accent's a bit stronger than the south side anyway.
Yeah. But
and still don't have it.
Yeah. But imagine like our lives would be so different. Imagine I was like walking through like your ends if I visited the UK and then you're just looking at me up and down as I'm passing. Because apparently that's a thing in the UK.
I do that anyway. That's probably the UK part of me.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I don't. For myself, where would I have been? I don't know. I think I was gonna be in Cuba.
Cuba?
Yeah.
Why Cuba?
My mom was gonna go there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What was she gonna do in Cuba?
I don't know. She was gonna study. She was gonna study there. I don't know what she was gonna study, but that's what she wanted to do. And then she married me there. She came here.
Married me there.
But yeah. But my sister was born in Angola, and then
your sister was born in Angola. Oh,
yeah. And then they came here like 2 years later or something.
Oh, okay.
And then then I've just been the same city, the same town since.
Yeah.
But we're where we're meant to be for sure. I'm thankful.
Shine on me. But anyway, yeah, so that is, I'm grateful for that too, coming here.
I know it's easy, like, people who always, there's negatives, come here and say all the negative stuff. But honestly, like, realistically, we have to be grateful.
Yeah, they did a big one coming here. Yeah, for sure. There's the opportunities, that this place has given us everything. So you got to be grateful for it. So
exactly.
On to not so pleasant news.
Yeah, young
Philly, or what's his name even? Not even Felipe, is it?
Felipe
something Hernandez or something like that. That's probably not true. But yeah, as you guys may know, he has been charged with several counts of SA, I would say. A few charges that I won't even mention here. It's all over everywhere. But yeah, I'm just in awe because it's funny. We've had this conversation with guys for like the past 2-3 days now since this news has came out anyway. And just having a conversation with them is just you get a headache from it. You really do get a headache from it.
It feels like you are battling.
Because obviously their argument is more so like, oh, I need to see the evidence, as if they're lawyers. Like, guys, what? So obviously how I see this is that, like, obviously he has not been convicted yet. The trial starts in November, I think they said.
So he's still in Australia right now.
Because they're going to try him there. They're not sending him back here.
And he's in Perth right now?
So, that's as far as I know. I just know he's in Australia. I don't know exactly.
And he has to check in with the feds every day.
I heard about that.
So that's what's been happening so far. People have been picking up, like, not evidence, but kind of signs as time has gone on that, like, that he's a bit of a weirdo. An example would be like when the Chunks and Philly podcast was on, and Chunks they were talking about the legal age for consent in different countries. And
what country were they talking about that?
I'm not sure. Maybe it was the UK. Really? No, maybe it wasn't.
No, because like
it was 16 anyway.
It was 16. So I feel like UK is probably the same like Ireland. Ireland is 17. Still
17.
Still young.
Very young.
Ireland's is 17. So maybe there's a 16 too. I don't even know.
Maybe, but it was 16, and then Trunks was just like, that's so disgusting. He kept on emphasizing how he was just, you could see he was sickened by it.
Because it is sickening.
It is, but Philly was just like, no, but it's so Trunks was like, okay, so like, are you telling me that a 16-year-old can get with a 25-year-old? That's nuts. That's weird. That's so weird. And then Trunks was like, yeah, but like,
Philly,
it's a lot. Oh, sorry. Philly was like, oh yeah, but that's allowed. That's what the rules are.
He's like, oh, I know it's weird, but like that's allowed. I'm like,
he had no emotion in his face, as he's just like, yeah, well, that's allowed. Like why are you kind of like fighting that?
Yeah, like the thing is, like he was just trying to justify, like, oh yeah, that's how it is, like why are you so shocked by that, whereas like Chunks was like, he understands like that is the legal age, but why is it like that? Because that's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then he was outraged by that, where you can see that in his face, where Philly is just like, like he goes, it is what it is.
What it is.
That's
which is weird.
Very.
And there was another one with Speed, and they were like in the back of like a bus or a limo, and I don't know what it was. They were like playing around, and then there was a girl besides Philly, and he was like choking her, but like messing, I guess. But Speed was like, you can't do that. Like, what are you doing? Was it Speed or Kai? I don't know. I think it was Speed. But he was like, what are you doing? Like, you can't do that. Like what? And then he was like, oh, I'm just like, it was just weird. It was just kind of strange. And obviously as well, over time, like I've watched Young Philly since, like, I'll say from the beginning, like when he was walking in the park and doing his story times with his dog, and he'd run in the dark and he'd be screaming, laughing with his dog, and it was like, those are funny. But then like as time went on and like his fame got like it increased significantly, it just, especially when he like stopped being friends with LV General, who I feel like Philly has gotten a lot of his influence from as well. But LV General doesn't feel any type of way about that, he said. But it is weird how I kind of feel like as time went on, there's more stories about Philly acting cocky or acting weird or being a prick. There's been a few girls that have come out like over the years to like be like, oh, like I met up with Philly, or I've talked to Philly and he's like, he was a dickhead to me, like he was actually really rude to me, or he'd just be disrespectful. Like they wouldn't say as far as like, what has happened now to this woman, but they would have like traumatic stories as well, like just on how he treats them. So what are you feeling about?
For now, obviously I'm just like saying that, like, let's see how the trial goes. One, I believe they do have a lot of evidence against him, because I feel like with these essay cases, or like more so, they don't really, the woman doesn't get the ending that she wants. She doesn't get the justice that she deserves at the end, unfortunately. So or it doesn't even end up in trial or court or anything like that, so like people are saying like, oh, this could be a false thing. You guys need to understand that whole false, although we understand it does happen, the percentage of it's very, very small. So like you guys will hear a case where a woman has lied, and unfortunately, because she has lied, she has definitely ruined it for other people, other women who are victims of SA and rape and everything. And you guys will hold on to that whole fact that like, oh no, but women lie. So you guys understand the percentage. Like the percentage is like literally 2% in 2% to about 10% anyway, in about thousands of women. Like it is very, very, very small. It doesn't happen all the time. Yes, you would hear stories of people trying to do that to like rich men or whatever like that, but it's not common, and you guys would want to run with that. So in this case, I don't think it's that.
No, because they're not taking it to court.
They're not going to waste their time. No. And also, from what I'm hearing anyway, even if she decided like she didn't want to go ahead with it, they're still going to try him anyway because, I guess because of the evidence anyway.
Yeah, they're still going to try him. That evidence is solid evidence that he's done something. Even if she decides to drop everything right now, his name is still on record.
Yeah.
If anyone like was to bring his name up again, he's gonna be in huge trouble.
Yeah.
Like it's over. Like it's already over for him. I heard Foot Asylum dropped their contract with him.
They suspended him.
Yeah.
So I don't know why suspension. So I'm guessing they're probably waiting to see what happens.
Yeah.
But
they obviously don't want their name associated.
Yeah. For now.
That.
Yeah.
The Chunks and Philly podcast
obviously has come to a halt.
Yeah. I mean,
Chunks,
this was his first show. He was there because this was his first show on tour.
Yeah. And I think Chunks came out with a statement saying that he's obviously not going to make any statement about it at this time.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, that makes sense why he wouldn't. But yeah, so like these things, these things happen to women nearly every day.
Yeah. It seems like the first thing that, especially a lot of men will tend to like jump on. The first thing is, oh, she's doing it for money and attention and fame. Yeah,
like, which is disgusting to come out of your mouth, because imagine you're a family member coming to you and saying that. You're never going to say that to your family member and saying like, oh, you're only doing that for money. You won't.
No.
You're probably your first thought is to fight or something, you know?
Get
so
justice.
Why is it now that like somebody else, like, you need to back all women, you know? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, if it turns out that she's lying, which I strongly believe that she's not, like, so what are you guys gonna do now? Like, oh well, you know, come on. Like, I know the whole thing of saying innocent until proven guilty, but
imagine being that woman and hearing that.
Yeah,
like, hearing people saying, oh, you're only doing it for. She's traumatized. She is traumatized. Whatever he did to her, it was a lot of things. It was a lot of abuse, and even like with the, you know, suffocating and stuff, it was a lot. Like, she has to live with that. She has to live with that in her head. You know, this is a whole like process. She has to go through that too. She had to go through all the checks and everything. It wouldn't have, come on, like, be serious. Would have just went out of nowhere, blown up like this out of nowhere for no reason. Like, no.
Yeah, like, this is real life, guys. This is not some kind of play that you guys can be talking about, making it seem like, oh yeah, she's just making stuff up. Let's start with believing the women first, before we believe things. Guys, this Google search, there's so many stories of how women are attacked and everything. Like, this is not far-fetched. Like, oh, she's just, like, these things happen, and unfortunately, yes, it's from a known person, but it doesn't change the facts. Okay, it doesn't change that this happened to someone. Okay, so that's my take on it, really. Obviously, like I said, or like they said, the trial starts in November, so I guess we'll all see how it goes down. Like, I just hope that this doesn't, you know, traumatize her further, you know, and she gets the justice, you know.
And then, like, this is a lot of money for her as well. Like, she has
the legal fees.
Come on, guys.
Like,
she's not just doing that. I don't know. Like, even if you wanted to measure, like, oh, if she was doing it for money, which how would she get money from this anyways? If she was doing it for money, she's gonna plunge in. She has to plunge in a lot of money for this as well. You know, like, just be so for real, guys. Please.
Talking to the men out there, to be honest.
I don't know why it was just such a battle to even, like, get it through some people's heads. I don't understand it. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, let's just see how that goes. I'm hoping, that she recovers as well.
Exactly. Oh, guys, when you go from like such a heavy topic and then you're just straight into something that's pretty irrelevant. Yeah. Don't know how to set that up.
Yeah.
It's yeah. But I don't know if you guys have been seeing these videos, just like girls saying that like, no, the one I saw recently was like, my fave animal is my best friend arguing with my boyfriend. And if you've seen the video, I think we'll play the video anyway, but it's more like her doing all of this and
cheeky.
But obviously in the comments people are saying that like, oh, let me hold your hand while I say this or whatever. But like, what do you think about that? I show you the video.
Yeah, I think it is weird because that's like as if that was flirting, back in school. That's how girls would flirt.
Yeah.
And as well, I'm not gonna lie, some of you girls don't have no riz. That's your girls' way of flirting. Sorry.
No.
But yeah. That's how you treat, like, I can't even say a guy best friend, but that's like usually the beginning of like when you're linking someone or a relationship or flirting with someone or the talking phase with someone. It's really sus. Like, what's going on there?
Now, I would say yes and no. Like, my take on this is going to be funny. Like, that video was clearly a very childish way of arguing.
It's so childish.
It's like, but yeah, you're right. It's definitely giving high school, secondary school type of arguments. Like, that's basically what we were doing to guys that we liked. Now, one, I mean, if it turns out like she doesn't even give a rat's about that guy, I feel like women are so quick in the comments to be like, she likes your man, she likes your man, she likes your man. And I feel like they're also doing, like, that could also create some kind of friction in the friendship, because then now the girl's gonna be looking like, maybe she does, whereas that girl didn't. I think people are so quick. People don't like this whole my best friend or one of my friends is friends with my guy friend. Like, no, people don't like that, because I'm thinking about it. The other video I saw that I showed you too was this girlfriend saying that her golden retriever boyfriend taking her best friend home because it was 2 a.m. in the morning, and she's just kind of filming as they walk away. And obviously people in the comments again, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, What's your thought on that video that you saw?
I don't understand why she didn't walk with them. Yeah, why would you not walk with them and then you guys have your walk home? After that, I don't get that. It was still a bit weird as well.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know why she didn't walk with them. That's just it. Like, if she was walking behind them and said like, my boyfriend's like walking and my friend home, but I'm like, not saying, but like, but I'm walking with them too, or we're walking my friend home,
Yeah, I think, see, now there you go, that's me. Now I'm gonna be the opposite of that, because I'm like maybe the girl just didn't want to go. She's like, you take her home, make sure she's home safe and all that stuff. And I'm just thinking of it as like, in my case, my best friend and my boyfriend, and it's kind of like, I see it in a way of, I don't know, I feel like people need to get better friends then if you slightly have that thought of your friend,
The world is weird.
Or your boyfriend. If you have that thought of your boyfriend, actually, never mind. We're not even going to trust men at all, to be honest with you. Let's throw that out the window. But like, But better friends, I would say, like, if you think that your friend could potentially do that to you, then you need to get a better friend, I would say. Because I'm just thinking of my best friend, and I'm like, she would jab a knife in his eye if he ever tried to make a move on her, and then come running right back to me, you know? Like, that's just how I know she would.
As a kid of the boyfriend, I'd be like, sorry, he was trying to move to me.
I'll have to go pick her up from jail, maybe. That's how she is. So, yeah, I think that's just my take on it, because I'm seeing all these videos and I just don't understand it. And I'm just like, I just don't understand it. Like, I know, not that I don't understand it. I do get it, because it does happen, but I just can't put myself in myself in those shoes, and myself in their shoes. Yeah, just because I could. It's just, guys, pick better friends.
Yeah,
people are throwing out this whole best friend, willy nilly. Pick better friends. That's it. That's my opinion on it. What do you think?
No.
Yeah, go on. No, like, we don't have to be the same opinion. No, elaborate.
I think that, yeah, a lot of girls are envious. A lot of girls will try to do something like that because they just can't get any better, or they're just envious of their friend and the life that their friend has. So some girls would actually make the move or would push things like that. I think I've said this like a couple of weeks ago on the show. I was like, oh, like, the girl best friend would be jealous and could even try pick up ways from, like, her best friend to, like, try, like, take her man.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm trying to say. I understand that, but I'm trying to say that can't be your best friend then. Like, you have to understand that, like, there's I do get that, and there's definitely some signs that you will pick up along the way, regardless if if you're in a relationship or not. You will pick up some signs that a person is jealous of you, of the things that you have, or envious of you. But
sometimes it's like, even us girls in friendship, we can be blinded to things that our friends are like snaking us on. Like, I know we always, like, we'll say, like, oh, like, you know, how can sometimes girls will do stuff for guys, and they're like, it's like, how could you do that? Like, you were completely blinded in love with him. But girls do that in friendships too. Or, like, sometimes girls will come home with, like, the maddest stories of, like, some way of, like, their girl snaking them, but they'll still stay friends with the girl. So it's like, where am I even getting at with this? What's my point? So it's like, yeah, like, you know, I wouldn't, like, you can't just be like, yeah, nah, they wouldn't do that. Like, they'd never, you can't expect everyone to not go there.
True. True. I don't know. I just find it, like, I think people are just, too many bad things has happened, and now everyone just see everything as negative.
That's the thing now, because you're fine. Like, you can't put yourself in those people's shoes because of the situation you're in. That's how you literally can't.
But that's what I'm saying. The thing is, like, I'm not in no way, shape, or form saying that I don't understand that this happens.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to say that some people need to be wary of who your friends are. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, you know, especially like when that girl, I think we talked about like 2 weeks ago or something like that. That girl saying, like, her boyfriend cheated on her with her best friend, and I was like, I think she said they were friends for like 2 years and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way there was no signs that you didn't. And the thing is, unfortunately, you won't really, I guess you don't really pick up on that when some really, like, when it gets too far. I guess that's what I mean by, like, you know, like, sometimes you'd hear girls that have the maddest stories of their friends, but they'll still stay friends with them because it's like,
it's the same thing that girls would do with guys, or they'll still keep a man even though he's backstabbing her, doing her dirty all the time. Those girls also do that with each other in friendships, even when it's like, it's literally like the peakest of like disrespect, like even just weird behaviors with her man, or like going ahead and being with the same guy that you were trying to be with, or there's just so many things, like you said, about being wary. You know, there's loads of signs coming up, or lots of behaviors repeating itself, even though there's been like arguments or like talks about it and making up, and then it just happens again, and it's like a cycle repeating. Those are the friends that you'd have to be wary of. Yeah. Or if that friend has done it to other people. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, it's funny. I just thought of a story that came into my head when you were saying that. I don't know if we're thinking about the same thing, but yeah, no, I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess not because I don't want people thinking I'm naive or anything. I ain't naive. I guess I'm just blessed with good friends, and you know, so I guess I'm just not really.
You're not Cinderella. You can't wear the shoe.
I don't know. Yeah. But yeah,
you can be another princess, but not Cinderella.
Tiana, she had a good best friend.
Aww.
Yeah. But like, I'm just like, you know, yeah. I just wish that like it wasn't so. I guess because it's just. Like, that girl's probably like, yeah, no, like, my friend would never do that to me. And then, obviously, people in the comments are, like, saying, like, oh, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this and all that stuff.
There you go. Like, Jennifer, if you posted that, yeah?
Yeah, people were like, yeah, I know I'll get the same thing. Yeah. But the thing is, but
you're, like, we would know.
Yeah, that wouldn't sway me, though. Yeah, that wouldn't sway me, I guess.
It would be entertaining.
Yeah, I would laugh at it.
Comments.
I laugh at it. I guess. Yeah, I would just laugh at it because it's just like y'all are being absolutely ridiculous, and I guess that's probably how she probably is as well. I don't think she was responding to the comments though.
Exactly, because like when you see those relationships though, like they're good, they're solid, there's trust, everything's fine. But obviously, from the outside looking in, just seeing that video on TikTok, you know, hold your hands, we'll give you a napkin.
Cheeky.
Yeah.
Then another thing is all the topic of friendship, but like I find it so weird. I see like girls saying that like, oh, I don't know what to do with myself when he goes out because he's my only friend, or like I hate when we argue because like who else am I supposed to talk to because he's my only friend, and I'm like. And then people in the comments are saying like, "Oh yeah, this is true. Like, I hate when we argue too." Just like a lot of people saying like, "Oh yeah, this is the same for me." I'm like, this can't be a normal thing, guys. What do you mean? Some of you big ages, you guys can't keep a friendship, or you can't even make some friends. If you're able to make have a boyfriend, you can have a friend. What the hell? Like, I don't know if I'm just if I'm being, you know, rude or harsh or whatever, but I don't understand that. I don't get how and I think it's like, if you guys choose, you know, like, you know, I guess adult friendships are a little bit harder because especially when kids come to play and everything like that, and they maybe move to different cities and all that, so it's a bit harder and all that stuff, but you can still say you have a friend. I do understand that, but you know, when for me it's weirder when the girl says he's my only friend but he has friends. How does he have friends and you don't have friends?
That's usually the case. If Jennifer's being rude, I'm gonna be ruder. Okay, fellas, if your girl has you as her only friend, leave her.
Oh,
leave her.
Why do you say that?
She needs to learn. She needs to go out and make friends and get a life. That's what she needs to do. Because she has not got a life. So leave her, let her go and find herself, and love herself, because clearly all she loves is you. That's all she cares about. Like, and if you only love someone else and not yourself, she doesn't even know how to love herself, so she doesn't love you. So leave her. Useless.
Damn, yeah. I don't get it. Like, to me, when I was seeing that, because I see so many videos of it, and I'm like, why are we normalizing this? This is not normal. Make a friend. Make a friend. And the thing is, like, and some of you girls will be like, oh yeah, but you don't see how these girls act and all that stuff. Do you not see how men are?
And you know what? Yeah, some of these people are never gonna get married.
Like, you're telling me that you're okay with having a man that's your only friend,
and doesn't propose to you. In some cases, that's the case. Your only
so
friends.
When he decides to become absolutely crazy and stupid and goes off and does what men be doing, I'm not saying that this will happen to everybody, like, but I'm just saying, if he does decide to do that, and it happens a lot, we know this. Mm-hmm. So who do you talk to then? Who are the people that you go to confide in if he's your only friend? Because now your only friend is acting mad and has left you.
Bored. Like, you're in his face all day, every day. He's gonna get bored.
Like, I'm not even okay. I don't want to sound, rude or anything, but okay, he may not just get bored. He may not get bored with you, but when he does go out with his friends, and you're at home waiting for him to come back,
I want to vomit
because you have nothing else to do, guys. Wake the fuck up, okay? Because you came into this world on your own, and he came into this world on your own. Before you go and make somebody else's son happy, make yourself happy.
That's wild. Wait.
Make yourself happy. Make sure you are all right in this world before you're making somebody else all right in this world, okay? Because like I said, you guys, there's so many stories of men just acting out. They're cheating. They're just decide one day they want to up and leave with you and your 4 kids.
Like,
so who do you have to confide in? We need our friends, and we need our female friends as well.
Yeah,
because I know some women out there are like, oh, no, I don't have any women friends or female friends. Like, I don't do those things there. Do not tell me that there's something wrong with other women. There's something wrong with you.
You're the problem. It's you.
Don't get me wrong. Some women are crazy.
That too.
I always have to clarify that I'm not, I do understand these things, but no, you can have women as friends.
You can make friends. Like,
you can
find something.
Yeah, you can have friendships for life. Friendships for life, guys. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've said this again. Me and my friends, most of my friends are like 8+ years now. My best friend, 20 years of friendship. Guys, you can have friends in your life.
Please. Like, and if it's a thing that you're actually struggling to make that step, find something, whether it's going to like events. There's like little clubs, like it could be like a book club, or like drawing, or like a paint and sip. It could be like a small course. Do something, please do something. Like, if you work already and maybe you don't F with your work colleagues, then just please find a hobby that will make you happy after work. Some club somewhere, swimming, some sports, tennis. There's so many things. There's so many things to do. Even if you look through Eventbrite every week, there's no like solid clubs around, like find something on Eventbrite. There's always some sort of like pot making thing, like, and even if it's those like solo dates, do that. Like, bring yourself out. Like, you'll fall in love with yourself in a whole other way, and you'll meet people along the way. Like, you'll be having chats with people in these like pottery making where they have like the coffee and biscuits and stuff. Like, people will chat to you. Like, you'll meet so many different personalities, and you'll see how big and amazing the world is. Like, you'll learn so much from different people. Like, please, this is actually so scary, this topic. I'm
not gonna lie, like, it's actually mad. What did you say there? You said something about I had a point, but it's gone now. But yeah, you can meet people anywhere.
Yeah,
anywhere. Oh my days, anywhere.
About the work colleagues.
Oh yeah. Some of the best people I'm friends with now from work.
Different people.
Yeah. Like, honestly, like, you can meet people anywhere. Like, obviously you're not always gonna like your colleagues. That's just inevitable. Yeah. You know. But there's people have made some lifelong friendships with their colleagues that they met from the first job they ever had. Yeah. And that can happen. Like, I'm still friends with people that I worked with like 2 years ago. Like, literally 2 years ago since I left that job, and we're still talking now. So it can, you can make friends anywhere. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah, please, girls, please.
Because if you want to go and tell me how social anxiety, I will knock your head.
Rock you, man.
I will knock your head. How do you get that man then? Where did you find him?
Exactly. Like, please, just go explore. Like, and exploring doesn't mean you have to go to the club or like go party scenes. If you're not into that, or if you feel like you can't go to those scenes because like, because you're in a relationship, whatever, blah blah blah, like, please just find, like, there's so many things to do. Pick up new skills, like, please please.
Guys, that's all we have for today.
Yeah,
please go out today and find your local pub.
Yeah. Bingo.
Ugh, that's for old people.
What do you mean? I'm
joking.
You should actually find one.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Only if there is a cash prize, I'll go to it. I don't find bingo fun anymore.
What?
Yeah, it's just sitting there waiting for them to call out my number. No.
I love that.
Oh. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys really did your one with the last episode as well. You blew that one up.
Yeah,
thank you.
We really appreciate you guys.
Anyone that is new here, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm
Mel.
And I'm Jennifer.
Yeah, and
this has been
Black Connects.
So we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.